Hey guys, you're watching Couch Surfing with Mel and Matt. We've got very special guests with us here on the couch, Gary and Luke from Rust.
How you going?
How are you boys?
Yeah, good.
Right.
How you going?
Good stuff.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks for trekking it down there. Bit of a trek, but
Bit of a trek,
yeah,
bit of fun.
that's what it's all about.
Indeed.
Let's have a chat about Rust. There's a bit to talk about here, but let's just talk about the formations, about how this band all started.
Rust, I got the sack from a band called Rule 303. We just toured England and that, and come back, and I wanted to get the band back to rehearsal, and the messages come through going, nah, I'm not really into it anymore, and it was a bit of a common thread, and so I got the arse, and that was it. I was done with bands. I'd put my heart and soul into it. Within about 4 weeks, the phone was ringing. And it was a bloke called Chuckles, who's a bit of a promoter and plays in a band called Bunt now. And he said, I want to get this sort of denim leather fucking rock and roll band going, Motorheady based sort of thing. Would you be interested? And I said, nah, I'm fucking done. And it ate away at me. And, next thing we're forming this band, and Ferns and Smurf. I knew Ferns as a bass player around the area, and I'd known Smurf forever as well. And he was in a hardcore band called Crankcase, and they'd sort of finished up. And so we got this thing going. We started off doing Motorhead covers, Radio Birdman, Ramones, Rose Tattoo covers and stuff like that, and just started from there, And those three and myself are still in the band. Over the years, it's sort of guitarists have come and gone, and different tours people haven't been able to do, and family stuff has got in the way, and people have left, or they're like Bevan, our last guitarist. He moved to Denmark in Western Australia.
Yeah.
So that's how Lukey ended up in Rust.
Yeah, right.
So we kicked off in 2005.
Yeah.
Or 6, I can't remember now, but it's a while.
Yeah.
And it's just progressed from there to, from playing, in the garage to, the world stage in England and Germany and stuff like that, America, New Zealand, all over the joint, and 6 albums later, we're here.
That's it. And you got Luke.
We're here in Kingswood today because of that.
Kingswood country.
Right?
Luke's a new addition to me. You're quite new. You're from the Defiant Few?
Originally, yeah. So I've been around for a while, been playing for a while, but I only started playing guitar after being in a couple of bands and just getting told what to do as a bass player.
Yeah.
And getting told what to play, and that's what you do, and this is the riff, and not really having that freedom to sort of create my own thing. And
absolutely,
I got jack of it after a while, and I was just like, that's it, I'm taking a year off. I take 2 years off, and I'm just going to teach myself how to play guitar.
Yep.
Obviously that still shines through with the fact that I am self-taught, but I took a couple of years out, and I just started writing material, and that's when I come back with the Defiant Few. That was just balls to the wall rock and roll, it wasn't, we weren't reinventing the wheel by any means. Right. We just wanted to fucking play something that was kick ass, and we enjoyed playing. We'd played shows, down in around Sydney through Trudy and that. And that's where I first met Gaz years ago. I think it was the Bushfire Relief concert that she did when they had the big fires up in up in the Blue Mountains, and met Gaz then, and it's just like, fuck dude, tried to scab a patch off him back in the day, and he's like, mate, if it's going on that vest, you can have one. And I'm like, fuck yeah. And then anyway, I lost it, but I ended up getting
doesn't appreciate it.
No, not at all.
Nah, that's what happens when you move 2,000 times.
Yeah.
But we'd sort of run into each other here and there, and we'd stayed friends on Facey and that, and many years later, I just happened to rock up to a show that happened to be their guitarist's last one, and he got chatting to me. I'd had a few brews. It was a bit on the how you going side, but he's like, he got talking to me, and then like a week later he messages me and goes, "Hey, so do you want to come for a jam?" I'm like, "Fuck yeah, I do."
Yeah.
So that was it.
And now look at then you guys got the new album that's just been released recently. So was it two jackets and a bottle of
Double denim and a bottle of
I was
bleach.
trying to remember the
Yeah.
name. How's the feedback been with the album so far?
It's been absolutely excellent.
Yeah.
Yeah, overseas and that, it's selling in, Scotland and Germany, and pre-orders are being sold here, and
Wow.
it's out here on CD, but our vinyl hasn't arrived yet. It's actually got a message saying it's in transit at the moment. That's the German pressing. The Australian one's going to take a bit longer to get here.
Of course,
but yeah, selling at shows and that, going out the door. And Smurf, the drummer, yesterday asked me for a couple of copies, and I start scrounging for the CD copies. Like, fuck, we run it out, which is a good thing.
That's a good sign.
It is a good thing. So, yeah.
Did the writing process change from the previous releases with this one?
No, not really. I've always written the lyrics and then sort of told the guitarist, this is how I kind of going to sing it. But Luke's picked up on how I phrase things and that, and sends me stuff now, and I go, oh fuck yeah, that'll work with it, know. So we've been a good team. I was a good team with Bevan as well.
Yeah.
Like I hum something, and then they've got to kind of fucking translate it to guitar, because I've already got it in my head how I'm gonna, I'm not.
He's got the vocal harmony sort of figured out the way he wants to deliver it.
Absolutely.
And he sort of just gives us this hum message, like and like you got to try fucking go, what am I doing, man? Like just try write something over the top, or send him something. So I'm just recording it on my phone.
On your phone,
and like I just got like some basic backing tracks for drums and that kind of stuff, and I send it off to him, and I'm like, does this work? He's like, nah, something a bit, and then, the process has been pretty easy though. Like we've really, and I've got like a fucking bag of riffs left over. Like I've almost got a second album worth of material there already. Wow. So,
jeez, that's all right.
I don't have a second album full of lyrics.
You weren't having the time going.
It's got to be like Chinese democracy about 15 years' time. We'll put some other shit together. No. I'm working on it.
Yeah, good stuff.
So I just want to go back a bit just to say about this album that what's completely different about it is the albums in the past have been... songs have been written and then taken to a pub and played, right? And then another one will come and played, and we've worked on them live and that, where this has been a COVID album.
Yeah, right.
There's songs on this album that haven't been played live.
Yeah.
We've really knuckled down and had to do a lot in the studio. At times it got held up because one of us has got COVID, or the fucking studio is closed down because, and all this sort of shit. It just kept going on and on. But somehow the process being so different, it's ended up fucking gold. It really has. It's been completely different to the the way that we've done the other ones. Which is good.
Good stuff. So what are the future plans for the rest of the year? We've just hit 2023. You guys are playing a few shows?
We've got plenty of shows booked in, like leading up, like halfway through the year. We're almost pretty well booked in.
Yeah, right.
So we've got lots going on. We've got a couple of international supports and that. One of them we don't know what's going to happen with that, with the Exploited, with Roddy.
So we haven't heard much about what's going on since the heart attack.
Yeah, we don't know too much details on that,
Yeah.
So we'll just have to wait and hear with that. But we've got 3 shows coming up, like 1st, 2nd and 3rd of next month, supporting the Cockney Rejects. We've got Brisbane, we've got Sydney, and then we've got Melbourne 1st, 2nd and 3rd.
Cool.
And then we've got April's fucking chock block, isn't it?
Even just coming here, I stopped down the road for a coffee, and there's a couple of messages about something else that's sort of in the pipeline. I'm like, fuck, this is making up for the years that we've, this is good. It started to get me excited again, we get messages all the time, are you coming back overseas and stuff? And like we've got this sort of gold card we've made a name for ourselves now, so we get invites all the time, and this year just didn't seem right to do it.
Yeah.
You know, like airfares and all that bullshit that's going on, and you know, COVID's still shutting shows down and stuff like that. But we do have an invitation to play the Rebellion Festival.
Oh, cool.
24.
Yeah, right.
And that's the greatest punk show on earth. It seriously is. It's over 200 bands over 4 days.
Yeah.
And we've done it 6 times or something now, maybe 7. But so that's, you know, that's exciting stuff. And
course,
I don't know, unless stuff changes, it feels right to be doing that one. This year just didn't. Fuck, it was just there. So I could feel it in my bones it wasn't right to do. With people inviting us and offering shows, we could have pushed it, but it just didn't. My guts just said not to do it.
Yeah, which is probably...
Everything was so uncertain over there at the time. COVID had just like we had to get to a certain point and make a call, and that was sort of December, January. Just got like last year, 21, 22, and then we sort of had to make a call, like, because you got to book in advance and that. When it's all on our own coin, like we're not fucking getting any support in that kind of way. So when you got to do it all yourself and that, you got to be pretty careful what you're doing, eh?
Absolutely.
Because all it took was for one of us to get COVID, get stuck behind a border, and you're fucked. Tour's done, mate. You know, what can you do? And then you got to fucking be able to support yourself over there, like. It becomes a big deal.
Stuff.
It becomes a big deal, especially at this point in time. Like everything's so uncertain. So yeah, unfortunately, because I've never got to do that. So you know, like I just got lucky and got to join a band that fucking does.
Does, yeah.
And fucking hopefully we'll get to do it next year. This year's not looking great, but just financially for a few of us. So. I don't think we're going to make it this year, but hopefully next year we'll fucking nail down and get it all sorted and get back over there.
Sounds good.
Well, for them back, for me, for the first
Well,
time.
that's right, yeah. Now, people want to contact the band to find more about you guys. You're online, you've got a Facebook page, any streaming platforms as well that you're on?
Yeah, there's all the materials on Spotify at least, except for the new album. The new album's not there yet. We're just trying to make a bit of coin back to try and cover costs.
Makes sense.
Eventually it'll all go back on, that'll all go on there as well. But there's a Facebook page. I don't know how the contacts. I'm not one of the contacts. That'll go through Gaz or Smurf.
Cool.
They sort of organise all that stuff, and I just sort of sit back and do fuck all. It's the new guy. I'm the new guy, so.
Good stuff. Guys, thank you so much for this chat. I really appreciate it, and all the best for the future. I will be at the shows.
Awesome.
As many shows as I can. So.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Cool.
All right,
We've
thanks.
got plenty
No
coming
worries.
up, man.
Anytime.
Fuck yeah. Awesome. Thanks, guys.